Stress, pressure, expectations, and finding out what you're made of. All of those things come into play when you have a top 5 showdown at this point in the season. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. He'll bring it out. It's Glover. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Gets it past the marker. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they
brings it down on the right side. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Guys, top 5 matchup this late in the season. It feels like a de facto playoff game.
It is, man. This is the big showcase. Late in the season, you're proving to the committee exactly who you are, where you stand. I don't think it gets any better than these late season showdowns. A lot of time rivalries too, Jesse. These are the best.
David, you're right. And both of these teams have been on a collision course all year long. We knew that this game was going to matter a lot, so you know the intensity is going to be off the charts.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Under fire. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Georgia.
And this offense just made their first statement, the first drive. 4th down. What are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown. They're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
He's got an open man. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Well, a really nice catch there, and I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the national championship got way harder. If they're going to win today, they've got to come up with big plays in the passing game. This guy gives them that opportunity. He gives them a chance not just to...
Oh, he's got some space. The 20. He's at the... And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Grove. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Running back searching for a hole. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge.
Fires one high and deep. Grabs it inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. He's looking to throw. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw it. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Blasted as he lets it go. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He managed Just a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's a frustrating play right there. Like, the protection was really, really good. Jesse, quarterback holds on to the football, has time, and then makes a critical mistake over the middle of the field.
And he's just staring his guy down for way too long. There was the defender that had a beat on him from the get-go, and he makes him pay. That's a mistake you don't expect to see that quarterback make.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. Wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quickly to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Dogs are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. A strike downfield. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. He'll set up to throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes, and that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Going deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Starting to feel a little pressure. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it and get what you...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
He'll bring it out. It's Grove. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's loose. Inside the 30. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of the game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. He's looking to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to power it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
4th and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. They'll send the back in motion. Snap in the shotgun. Unleashes to the end zone. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. One man in the backfield and he gets it. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Throws to the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fellow, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The Aggies will have it 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Running to the left. Slithers into space. There he goes. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. He has 89 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And this is dropped. Oh, my just too easy, and he didn't look it in.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolled. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to just figure something out.
And the Aggies had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. He wants to throw it again. He wants it all. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And the Dogs keep playing fetch on these passes, channeling their inner Scott Warner or Champ Bailey or Keely Ringo and making plays.
Just ball hawking, making plays. And again, when you pressure the quarterback, and the Dogs do that as well as anybody, you pressure the quarterback.
He lets one fly deep. Pulls it in on the right. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's Boyd. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle. That's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Swings it out to the flat. Crosses the 30. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Scrambling away. He's going to take off. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next day.
Breaks into the open. Spins away from the defense. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking for the score. And he throws another interception. His 3rd of the night. Whoa, another broken tackle. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
From the shotgun, the inside give. He has the 1st and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Touchdown, Dogs! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And The offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Going for the big play. Makes a grab down the middle. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion.
Who needs a 2-minute offense when you're this explosive? This offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Good timing on the quick out. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
And the extra point is good. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Grove. He's got great speed. Out of bounds at the 36-yard line, and solid work by the return team on that one. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start this drive going to the air. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback making checks. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Listen, end of the first half, that's exactly what you want to do. You don't care about the incompletion. You're chucking that thing up, trying to make a big play, trying to get the Hail Mary.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Complete out of the backfield. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks. Turning it on! He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Aggies! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Virginia Tech is putting on an offensive clinic. Almost feels like they were ready the moment they arrived at the stadium. They're up by 20 over Utah. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Quickly out to the tight end. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around. Up front, they've done an outstanding job protecting this quarterback, and his receivers have been winning one-on-one.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. The short hands, it's Boyd. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Close to the marker, it's Cunningham. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through.
Oh, he's got some space.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Bulldogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying play action. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Georgia! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Haynes. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Got him downfield. Still on his feet at the 45. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. Plays like that, he's fitting in with the Aggie legends, Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
And that's when you've seen them just high-flying, fun, tempo, make...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Wow, well, the offense a play ago comes up with a big completion down the field, and they decide to go right back to another passing play to see if they can add on to it, and they were not able to protect the quarterback. Big missed opportunity.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. And tackled there by the defense.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away to buy time. There he goes. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. They want to run it left here. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his fourth trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a drive there of 84 yards. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Grove. He gets a block. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. That's reeled in, it's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw again. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well. Slows down the pass rush. Gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
QB now has over 400 yards passing, guys, and you got to give everybody else in his supporting cast a ton of credit. Receivers, great job running routes, catching the football, and this offensive line has been outstanding.
Touchdown, Aggie! Great job by the back on the option. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Grove. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. On the move, it's Boyd. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the third quarter of play. But now, time for the fourth quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Going to swing it on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Inside the 40. Offense on the move. A big play play there. Gets it to the 30. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
That just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They're going to ride this running back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Fires on the move. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
I like the execution by this defense. Nice job, situational football, right? Like understanding where the sticks are. You probably know they're going to pass the football on this down. Great job breaking on the football when the quarterback throws it and forcing the incompletion.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Here's the pressure. Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the 4th quarter, it's about force-feeding.
And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there.
And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. Makes a grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
Man, let it rip, young fella. I mean, closing in on 450 yards, throwing the ball early and often with a lot of success.
Got a man. It's Johnson.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
To the air on 2nd down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
All right, 4th and short. You need a field goal to take the lead. There's less than a minute left right now. I don't think you get aggressive here on 4th down. Just kick the field goal to give yourself a chance to win this game.
Tries to get it on the ground. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Once that ball... This offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Well, this is the point of a game in the 4th quarter where turnovers matter so much. The defense knows if they can just find a way to steal a possession, they're giving themselves an opportunity to win it, and they do it right there. Physical play, you see the speed, and they're able to create the TO.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in position to win.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
And as time is dwindling away in this one, the offense is set up. 1st and goal, a great opportunity to get the go-ahead. Touchdown, Aggie! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Crow. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A a lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Norman. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets to the 23.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small space, and great awareness by the receiver getting his feet down in bounds.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Buys a little time with his feet. Trying to make magic with his feet. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
It's money time, and my quarterback's got to come through, and boy, does he ever. It wasn't with his arm this time, but with his legs. You don't account for his legs? Look at this. Scramble around, get outside the pocket, make something happen, and make...
And it's his 4th interception of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
He leaves it with his back. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
First down here for the offense.